at Leominster's gym a couple weeks ago, but full strength from the bench to the court. That's what we want to see.
And that's what we want to see, people getting back to their normal routines, back into, as best they possibly can, into the normal swing of things. Great to have you with us here on the K-Zone Game of the Week as we count you down to tip-off. Junior varsity game in front has just finished up, so we are on tap 21 minutes from now for the tip-off of Leominster and Shrewsbury for you, a battle of Blue Devils and Colonials from the Fieldhouse in Shrewsbury tonight. To those of you joining us streaming on Rivalry Family Media, we say good evening to you as well. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, great to have you with us courtside inside the Fieldhouse tonight as Leominster on the road tonight. 7-1 is their overall record. They find themselves top 10 in the state competing in Division II for playoff standing. Meanwhile, Shrewsbury over in Division I, they're somewhere down around 50 mark, but they've got themselves a 4-6 overall record, and they are certainly trying to do the best they possibly can to battle their way back into playoff contention for the statewide playoffs, or certainly to set themselves up for the Central Mass Athletic Directors Tournament coming up in those couple of weeks from now. All that is the backdrop for this one tonight. Great to have you along with us, and we welcome you to our courtside broadcast position. Once again, Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Great to have you along with us as we work our way toward tip-off. Here comes Kate. There she is. Does her Collinsworth pat and slide. Great to have you with us, Kate, as always. And let's talk a little bit about these two teams tonight, Kate. You know, Bill Thomas was just talking a little bit about the teams and, of course, their ability to show up and be at full strength, their ability to, of course, be prepared for this matchup tonight. But if you're on the Leominster side of things record-wise, you can't ask for much better than ripping off 6 straight. Last time they lost, you got to go all the way back into the 2021 calendar year. It was Friday, December 17th at Wachusett, a 54-52 loss that they have subsequently avenged on home floor, a 53-52 win for Leominster in one of our games of the week just a couple of weeks back right here on the K-Zone and RFM as well. So Leominster certainly has had a phenomenal season, and they are deserving of all of the accolades they have been receiving. But we've talked to Coach Kevin Grutchfield time and time again, and we keep hearing the same thing over and over and over again. They still haven't played their best basketball yet.
You're absolutely right about that, and I'm going to take my key from what we've been hearing out of the coaching staff off of the bench. And as you said, this Leominster team, still has not put together 4 productive quarters of offensive basketball. Their defense has been tremendous. It has been what has kept them in a lot of games, a lot of games. And it's been their hallmark. They know that. They advertise it. It's a badge of honor to them. We still have not seen 4 full quarters of productive offensive basketball. Having to rely on their defense so heavily has been, I think it certainly has weathered them a little bit, meaning not necessarily in a negative fashion, but essentially it's put them through the ringer a few times. Sure. This is not a situation in which they are dominating teams, and they're playing these teams that are in the 30s and maybe even in the 40s in Division II and in Division I. In that statewide, playoff ranking system, and they're not exactly just blowing everybody out.
That's right.
The scores are incredibly depressed. You have teams that have come in. We saw Burlington, and we thought, oh my goodness, they just put up 87. What are they going to do against Leominster? They don't even barely make 50. Same thing when the Wachusett boys came into Leominster. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen? Same thing. Hovering around 50 or fewer points, Leominster is giving up each and every game. For Shrewsbury, that means you need to be productive on offense because Leominster's defense is stifling. And Leominster hasn't regularly been putting up a ton of points. And there's traditionally and routinely been at least one quarter where if you're Shrewsbury and you capitalize on that one quarter, that's going to be a difference maker in a game. Right now, Leominster's defense has been so good that even when they've not been productive on offense, their opponent has been even less productive on offense in those quarters that we've been talking about, a lack of offensive production.
No, great point. And to Kate's point, Leominster, of course, has been doing everything they possibly can strategically to depress those scores. And in order to be able to make that limited offensive production that they have stand up, and it certainly has been working. And Bill, when you think about the fact that you're, of course, looking across the state, Sean Sweeney and I started this conversation this morning on the morning commute with our game preview. And when we started talking about it, the one thing I said was, yes, Central Mass, obviously it's a defensive branded game, and they're trying to depress the scores in order to, of course, win basketball games, make a limited amount of offense stand up. How long can that continue to play out globally among Central Massachusetts basketball when you start talking about a statewide postseason?
Well, the key to winning games locally, yeah, you like to go into what you called it, the Princeton stall, limit possessions.
Sure.
Work the shot clock. But when you're starting to match up against top 10, top 15 teams, you got to score. You're not going to win games by scoring 40 points. I don't care how good your defense is. You got to get up in the 50s and 60s consistently when you start playing the upper echelon teams. Leominster's been teetering on that. They've been consistently in the mid to high 50s, low 60s in this winning streak. They throw in that defensive gem when they're not on. They find a way to hold the opponent down. When it comes to Shrewsbury, I'm looking at their record. They've only scored more than 50 points twice this year. 2 wins. Every other game has been 49 and below, even in their wins. So, they've been playing that I think, limit possession. Let's try to keep the score down. This is going to be a good test for them because Leominster's shown that they can score and play defense. We'll have to see if Shrewsbury can break through that, limit the possessions, try to keep the score depressed because, Shrewsbury struggled to score over 50, and if this game gets up above 50, I think on either end for them, they're going to be in trouble.
It's one of those situations where Shrewsbury knows it's a game they absolutely have to have in the grand scheme of things. It's our countdown to tip-off here on the K-Zone Game of the Week, AM1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com, and with our partners on Rivalry Family Media, Facebook.com/Media Rivalry. Action here on the K-Zone in our Game of the Week is brought to you by Cinema World. Experience more of what you love at a place you love. That's Cinema World Fitchburg, the way the movies were meant to be seen, right there on the silver screen. As we continue working our way toward tip-off, coming up at the scheduled top of the hour, we've got your starting lineups for you. We've got your game plans. We've got all that plus some key players we'll highlight along the way as we continue. You're listening to the K-Zone Game of the Week on WPKZ. Two minutes. For those of you joining us on Rivalry Family Media this evening, we say a very good evening to you. We have not forgotten about you. Joined with our partners on the K-Zone tonight. It's a K-Zone Game of the Week night here on this Tuesday, February 1st. It's great to have you along with us for Leominster and Shrewsbury coming up. You hang with us anytime radio steps away throughout the night. We will continue on with our bonus analysis for you, as well as, of course, as we count our way down toward tip-off, take a couple of breaks aside, stay in sync with our friends on the radio side of things. Radio will be coming back and rejoining us. We'll continue our countdown to tip-off. Thank you so much for joining us here on Facebook.com/Media Rivalry. Back to our courtside broadcast position on the K-Zone Game of the Week. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you, wherever you are, out there on AM1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com, the world over, and Facebook.com/Media Rivalry for the RFM coverage as well. Great to have you with us tonight. Great to be back on the road. Looking forward to this matchup tonight. Anytime these two teams get back together, we always see a dandy of a basketball game. And of course, as we think back on the last time we were here, let's K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Airport Auto Parts. A second generation of automotive recyclers provides the best customer experience online at airportautoparts.com. And Kate, the last time we were here, it was a treat. Game didn't quite go to overtime, but we were heading in that general direction. It was a Leominster victory on a year where maybe the script was flipped compared to what we're seeing this year.
I would agree.
Shrewsbury was the much better basketball team coming into that matchup back in 2020.
It was a John West year, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is correct. And seemingly, by the way, a year that was a lifetime ago and then some.
He's going to be like graduated from
I was gonna
college
say.
right now. At Boston College, pitching baseball, right?
As the case may be, absolutely. So, I think back to that game and I think about what a great matchup it was. And it really and truly didn't matter who the better team was coming into the night. Ultimately, in that basketball game, Leominster played better. They produced offense more consistently. They won the basketball game when it mattered.
No, you're absolutely right about that. Boy, does that, it feels like a lifetime
It was a
ago that
lifetime
we were
ago.
here. Billy doesn't even remember it. Apparently, he wasn't here.
I think I was here for that.
He wasn't here for the Fitchburg game last year.
Yeah, but
yes.
I remember as soon as you mentioned John West, that name rang a bell.
Ding!
Big kid, had a big game.
Yep, Billy woke up.
Yep.
Billy woke up. Now I remember.
Even though I was
Do you all see what I deal with?
I'm fiddling
This
with
is what
my
I
phone,
deal
but
with.
I was paying attention.
All day long with these two.
That fiddling with the phone thing, you get used to it as well. As
Oh,
we
man, oh,
can
Well, I'm
see-
looking up something we talked about earlier when it comes to the tournament
Yes.
qualifying. Before I get into the weeds on that, I'm trying to make sure I actually do know what I'm going to talk about. Because
Just
at
wing
some
it.
point it's going to come up.
Just wing it.
You'll be
Nah,
the
well-
first one in the state, Bill Thomas, to try to actually know what you're
I'll
talking
tell
about
ya.
when you go
Never
to
let the
address it.
facts get in the way of a good story, Bill
Right,
Thomas.
it's hard enough to figure it out on your laptop. Never mind on your phone.
No,
you know?
no doubt about it.
So just bear with me if it looks like I'm not paying attention. I am.
While you work your way through that, let's get a trip through our games around the region tonight. They're brought to you by Walker Orthodontics, a pioneer in advanced airway orthodontics, online at drwalker.com. Your first step to a better night's sleep is at Walker Orthodontics. Kate, how about I take the top half, you take the bottom half? How does that sound?
Such a good share.
Games going on tonight over in the Catholic Conference. St. John's of Shrewsbury finds themselves on the road, Eastern Mass side, as they take on St. John's Prep in Danvers. Burncoat travels to St. Paul. North travels to South. Maine South hosts Doherty. In the Midwatch, Marlborough travels to Westboro. Gardner hosts West Boylston. Hudson plays host to Littleton. Quabbin travels to Lunenburg. And South Lancaster Academy travels to Clinton.
Hey, thanks, doll. All right, Tingsboro is heading to Maynard tonight. Ashoba heads to Shepherd Hill. Narragansett is on their way to Tohoto for a 7 o'clock tip. Minichog is currently playing Tantasqua. South Lancaster is at Clinton. Hampton Charter is at David Prouty. And for good measure, let's say Minichog at Tantasqua for a second time tonight.
That's our trip around the
you
region.
put it in the prompter, I read it.
I was going to say, boys basketball action tonight. It is brought to you by Walker Orthodontics. We can also add, of course, the girls' battle in this Shrewsbury Leominster series. Typically would be, of course, on the other side, and it is, in fact, over back in Leominster tonight. So that game will be going on tonight inside the gym at Leominster High School.
We'll check in on that one.
We'll see if we can check in on that one as the night progresses, see if we can get you a score out there. And then those two teams are actually meeting again, Kate, here inside the Fieldhouse on Friday night. It's a 2-for-1 for them. The boys played their games, matched up earlier in the year. The girls did not. So the girls actually it's a Shrewsbury week for them as they play, of course, Shrewsbury at home tonight. They come to the Fieldhouse
Home and home.
on Friday night, the 4th. So that is the way that week progresses.
We have all sorts of dignitaries in the house tonight.
I was going to say, the crowd
We've got
continues to grow.
a massive band.
I'm
pep
very
bands.
excited about this. I love a good pep band in a basketball
Billy
game.
Todd is a sucker for a good pep band.
But I
Absolutely.
don't recall the band being
Nope.
set up in auxiliary
No, but it's
bleachers like
exciting.
that.
That's
but
a very
I
cool
love
spot.
the look.
Yes.
I love
It's
the
going to
look.
be an exciting night.
And then, of course,
Fan
fan section starting to file in here where apparently,
It's helmet night.
yeah, I was going to say, maybe I think it's like
No.
fun hat night because I see a sombrero out there. We got a
maybe.
pom-pom
I gotta
hat.
see a couple helmets.
A couple of hockey helmets that are there as well.
We got a football helmet.
Yeah, so I believe it's fun with headwear night. I got a Darth Vader mask going over there as well.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's going in the Shrewsbury side of things. Leominster's cheering section is parents strong at this point in time. I'll see if any students make the trip to
We
the
got at least
open
one.
field house here.
Matty Hoole's
inside
here.
the
What else
gym
do
I
you
tell
need?
you, Kate, you took the words right out of my mouth.
Matty Hoole's here. What else do you
He's
need?
over in the corner, keeping to himself, but it's great to see Matty out on the road, too.
Great to get everybody back together. Feels like we're closer and closer to what one may perceive as something that resembles normal. Of course, if you're looking for any games here on Rivalry Family Media, there is a place that you can get those. YouTube.com, search Rivalry Family Media, okay? Or tinyurl.com/media rivalry takes you directly there. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Kate's doing it right there. Smash that like button.
Nobody says it.
Give us a like and follow. Anytime we upload content, you'll get the update in order to have access to that content on demand, going all the way back to the founding of RFM. Games available over the last 4 or 5 seasons out there online as well.
Todd and Kate, I was on YouTube the other day. We have over 60 sports videos on there that we've done in the last year and a half or so. Going back pre-COVID, but really filled the bill since COVID.
I was going to say.
Became a problem for fans about 18 months ago. But there's quite a variety, and not just the glamour sports, as I like to call them, but everything from golf to volleyball to field hockey, stuff that you don't normally hear talked about or actually see, in any kind of video format. So trying to fill that void.
Indeed we are. Action here on the K-Zone, our game of the week, counting you down to tip-off coming up here. It's Leominster and Shrewsbury coming up from the Fieldhouse. We're going to step aside on our countdown to tip-off. Leominster and Shrewsbury comes your way right here on AM1280 and 105.3 FM, the K-Zone. You're listening to the game of the week on WPKZ. Yep. Two minutes again is good.
Yes, please, 2.
Shrewsbury and Leominster boys basketball in the queue on the K-Zone game of the week here on AM1280 and 105.3 FM and WPKZstream.com. Leominster and Shrewsbury boys, a battle of a 7-1 Blue Devil team on a 6-game winning streak. Meanwhile, a Colonials team at 4-6, having a bit of a clunker of a season. Winners of 3 straight, losers of their most recent, though, 47-26. So it is 3 out of the last 4 going in the right direction. Action here on the K-Zone brought to you by the one-stop shop for all your comic book and video game needs. There's only one stop. It's the one-stop shop. Great to have you back with us courtside. Both teams heading toward their respective benches as we get closer and closer to action tonight. And Kate, I believe, yeah, that
So
is
excited.
that
It's
is
Chip.
Chip. That is Chip that has made his way in.
Chip's
the Disney Chipmunk character Chip has adorned the head of one of the student members on Fun with Headgear night over in the Colonial student section. What a great night. Absolutely love the school spirit being exhibited here
I
tonight.
feel bad for the two for the gentleman wearing the football helmet all night.
I was going to say that is an uncomfortable situation. Starting lineups tonight, they're brought to you by ClearPath for Veterans New England by Northeast Insurance. ClearPath for Veterans New England supports families with connections to the latest in wellness options. We owe it to them to do our part. Donate now at clearpathne.org. This message brought to you by Northeast Insurance Agency. We join the public address system here inside the Fieldhouse tonight for tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by ClearPath for Veterans New England by Northeast Insurance.
Number 4, Kevin Viola. Number 10, Warren Easton. Number 25, Dylan Cox. Number 21, Ricky Carnacio. Windows are coached by Kevin Bartram. Now introducing the starting lineup for your Shrewsbury Boys. Number 2,
And with that, we are oh so close to action. National Anthem here inside the building tonight. For those of you joining us on the K-Zone, it's one more break. It's Leominster and Shrewsbury Boys Basketball tipping off next. Stay with us. This is the game of the week on the K-Zone. National Anthem here on RFM from the Shrewsbury High School pep band. Kate Robbins, anytime you can get a tuba inside of a building, I adore it.
I'm a happy person.
Absolutely phenomenal presentation tonight.
That was fantastic. And it, you know, for 25 kids, they put out a sound like there was 200 band members over there.
And, you know, and that's one of those things that was lost, obviously, in the COVID protocols. Stand by, our radio friends rejoin us in a matter of seconds. It's the K-Zone game of the week. Leominster at Shrewsbury tonight from the Fieldhouse on top of the hill inside of Shrewsbury. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Great to have you along with us on the legendary AM1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com and Facebook.com/Media Rivalry for our partner RFM coverage. Leominster wearing the road royal blue tops, royal blue bottoms, trimmed in white and black. Leominster arched across the chest. The ball goes up, and it is a botched tip. Encarnacion and Hamadi jump a second time for it, and this time the tap is won by the Colonials. They will go right to left here in quarter number one. Half court left. They are set in their half-court offense. Wearing the home white tops, white bottoms, trimmed in navy blue and Vegas gold. Colonials straight across the chest, and the Vegas gold numerals front and back. 8 seconds to shoot on this first possession. It's McNamara. Floats inside for Rosso. Ball loose to the floor. Caught on the baseline, and the final seconds will tick off the shot clock. Shot clock violation is the indication the ball will go back to Leominster.
Bill Thomas, I think we've seen more of those this season alone than we have in the entirety of the existence of RFM.
I agree, and it might be a testament to the extra emphasis on defense this year that we're seeing.
Certainly seems smothering in that first possession. Leominster comes left to right, now half court to the right. Dada gets the dish from Macias. It's a double clutch. Got it up over the front of the rim, and it will fall through. Leominster draws first blood 55 seconds into the first quarter. It's a 2-0 Leominster lead.
Great to see Justin aggressive on his first touch.
Leominster immediately swarming the basketball as the ball comes across the timeline. Colonial stuck with it just over the half-court mark. McNamara is able to get it to Vetakuri. Now the drop-off, Hamadi from Britcher. I was going to say pivot foot looking a little bit tough. The cut to the lane, it was Hamadi. He got trapped on the right block. He'll dish it back out. It's another shot clock violation. And the ball will go back to Leominster. 6:37 to play here in quarter one. Leominster the 2-0 lead. Coach Adrian Machado's team right now, Bill Thomas, maybe being a little too choosy in their shot opportunities.
I agree, Todd. You got to throw it up. You know, you got that shot clock right over the basket. No excuse for that. I love that position of the shot clock, by the way. It's
absolutely
got that pro college look to it.
You get the new baskets, you get the shot clocks and the game clocks on the backboard. Double clutch for Encarnacion, line drive into the front of the rim, ball to the floor. Encarnacion regathers and then lays it off the glass and good. 2 minutes gone by, it's a 4-0 Leominster lead.
You know, we saw how active Ricky was in the game the other night, and I expect more of that. He's earned his way into the starting lineup.
And Kate, to Bill Thomas's point, of course, he brings another physical presence down floor as Dada steals the basketball and has it picked right back. Britcher then throws it away to Encarnacion. He elevates down floor looking for Dada. It's a juggled basketball, and Macias has to go to the baseline to try to get it. It is taken away, though, right over his shoulder by Britcher. And all of a sudden, nobody can get a fork into the basketball.
That pass to Dada looked like a high lob. He's not going up there like Robert Williams, though, to grab that.
5.5 minutes left here in quarter one and a 4-0 Leominster lead. Colonials control the basketball, half court to the left. Vetakuri from straight away three, back rim no, double clutch of the rim, down it goes to Encarnacion. 3-on-2 down floor, Viola with the basketball.
First shot though.
I was going to say it was, at least didn't lead to a shot clock violation. Immediately though, Dada has his pocket picked. McNamara takes it down the floor and finishes the lay-in to cut the Leominster lead in half at 4-2. Right back down floor, Viola the attempt to respond, missed the shot. Rebound, Russo, up floor, finds McNamara, spins to the lane, lost the basketball, still juggled. Carr with the touch pass finds Macias, and up floor comes Leominster with the basketball, half court to the right. Discombobulated basketball here in the first quarter.
A little bit of that, but I think more than that, it's been that the defense has been so stifling on either end that neither offense really knows what to do.
Flashing on the block, it's Encarnacion, turnaround shot doesn't go, gets another opportunity, he goes up over the defender Rosso and finishes at the rim. 6-2 Leominster's lead, 4:20 to play here in quarter number one.
Good job by Encarnacion. You know, he did a lot of that, controlled the offensive boards and took away second chances on the defensive end. Expect to see a lot more of that tonight, and he's flashing it already in this first quarter.
As offense continues in Central Massachusetts to be at a premium, you know, if you were to multiply these scores by 4, you got about a 24-12 basketball game. A lay-in from Rosso will go.
It's like a Saturday morning score.
Indeed it is. 6-4 is the score. Just under halfway here in quarter number one at 3:50 and counting. Dada back to the basket all the way beyond the arc. Gets a screen and roll from Carr. Shot well off the mark. Viola tries to bang it off of Britcher. Ends up giving it away, and Britcher will take it down floor from right to left. Vetakuri back to Britcher. 3.5 to play here in quarter one.
And Britcher's the one last game that we thought we were going to see a whole lot from.
A B Vetakuri with the entry pass for Rosso. Takes it on the left block, absorbs the contact. Shot will not fall for him, but he's got himself 2 free throws, does Rosso.
First foul of the night.
3:25 to play here in quarter one, a 6-4 lead for Leominster. Colonials at the line. It's A.J. Rosso, the junior, with an opportunity to tie the basketball game.
You know, we commented pregame, Todd, one of the officials. We're getting pretty familiar with him. Calls a good game, pretty even-handed, and we've gone 4.5 minutes with this crew, and that was the first foul tonight. I expect to see more of that.
First one falls for Rosso and makes it a 1-point basketball game.
I had a great interaction with Rosso pregame. I found his phone and was able to return it to him, and he came over and thanked me at least twice. He was so sweet.
Rosso's second one falls, but there is a whistle, and it's a lane violation whistled against Hamadi of the Colonials. Take that free throw down off the board. 6-5 stays our score. 3:22 to play here in quarter one.
That was a pretty shot, too. That's disappointing.
And it was an opportunity for the Colonials to come all the way back and level things off in the process. McCormick into the basketball game. He's calling for a screen. He drops it off to Asias in the left corner. Asias not able to finish on the lay-in on the left side. Rebound fought out by Hamadi.
A couple of chances at the rim and haven't fallen Blue Devils' way tonight yet.
Back and forth goes the basketball. Britcher top of the key. Drops it off for Vetakuri. Into the corner. Over top. Rosso. Kickback. 3 opportunity from Cruz into the basketball game will not fall. Asias crashes to the rebound, is able to touch the pass off and put it into the hands of Asias. Halstead comes back down floor in the right corner, wide open, and buries the 3 for Leominster.
Haven't heard much from him lately. Nice to see him get on the board early.
9-5 Leominster's lead, 2.5 minutes to play here in quarter one. And there's a whistle, an offensive foul away from the basketball. Colonials were dribbling out at the top of the key, and a whistle comes for an illegal screen down low. Ball will go back to Leominster.
That'll be Hamadi's team first for the Colonials in the first half. Leominster, again, on offense here, looking to kind of break this 2-3 zone that, now it's man, that Shrewsbury has kind of put together. Again, defense on both sides has been stifling all night.
Dada slashes to the basket on the right side of the block, doesn't finish. As we go under the 2-minute mark here in quarter one, it's 9-5, the lead for Leominster. This is Britcher working on Asias. Down the lane he goes, pushes the defense down, not able to finish the lay-in. In traffic, Rosso fights it out, sets up a Vetakuri 3 from the left. It does not go. Chase down the basketball. Hamadi with the save, but right into the hands of Encarnacion. 90 seconds left here in quarter one. Halstead, down floor, wide open, gets himself at foul line extended right, pops the 2, hits the 2, 11-5 Leominster's lead.
Make that look so easy.
Inside out passing from the Colonials. Rosso sets up a Britcher 3. It doesn't fall. Final 65 seconds here of the first quarter. Leominster with the 11-5 lead. An over and back violation as Dada got trapped. Nice defensive close right at the timeline by Gabe Cruz. Trapped Dada on the timeline, took the dribble into the front court, then dribbled it into the back court. It's an over and back. Great call right on the timeline.
Official right on top of it too. No question.
59 and 9/10 seconds left here in the first quarter. Vetakuri drops it off for Rosso. Rosso snaps it back, top of the key, McNamara. To the corner, that's a near Vetakuri. And the ball is picked off. Asias takes it coast to coast. Screen attempt opportunity there was McNamara. He fell like a wilted flower. Follow-up opportunity as Asias scrambles back into the play. Not able to finish the lay-in, but there is a foul on the shooting action. Warren Asias will go to the line for Leominster to shoot 2. 38 and 4/10 seconds left here in quarter one. Leominster's lead is 6.
McNamara is going to pick up his first, team second for the Colonials in the first half.
And the first one off the front of the rim will not go for Asias.
You know, scoreboard playing into Shrewsbury's hands here, Todd and Kate. You know, Shrewsbury's only got 5, but, you know, to keep the Blue Devils under anything in the teens, I think is going to be a win no matter how many points you've scored on your own side.
Asias' second will fall, 12-5 Leominster's lead. Be an 8.5-second differential shot clock to game clock here for the rest of this first quarter. This is a B. Vetakuri. Drops it off for McNamara. Feed Hamadi, jump stop in the lane. Goes up strong, gets fouled. 2 shots coming up for Adam Hamadi at the line.
Shrewsbury continues to try to take it to the basket, trying to work that low post. Being aggressive, just not being successful.
2 fouls now on either side.
Shot clock will be off the rest of the way here in the first quarter. As we continue to track that 4-time dot, if you were to do the math out, right, same output over the next 3 quarters. As Hamadi misses the first, so this math still stands up, Bill Thomas. 48-20 would be our final score.
Yeah, I mean, it's playing into the Colonials' hands defensively, but offensively, they got to find a way to score. That's been their trouble all year. Sorry, Todd.
No, you're fine. Second will go. Cuts Leominster's lead in half to 12-6. The only good news I see here with this kind of low-scoring first quarter is it plays into the Colonials' hands, who have struggled offensively. Leominster certainly has proved that fact throughout this winning streak. Final 10 seconds here of the first quarter. It's Halstead off the right side of the arc. Nivard, touch pass for Encarnacion. Couldn't finish. Got his own rebound. Put back opportunity. Doesn't go as well. Tap back. Halstead's jumper. Doesn't go. 3 opportunities on the final offensive possession for Leominster in the first quarter, and they come up dry. 1 quarter in the books here from the Fieldhouse in Shrewsbury. It's Leominster 12 and Shrewsbury 6. Great to have you along with us on AM1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com, our K-Zone Game of the Week. Game of the Week here on the K-Zone, brought to you by ROI Office Furniture and Systems, Sterling Rare Coin, Tom's Automotive, High Country Workwear, and Tariku Tractor. We thank you all so very much for your support of the Game of the Week here on the K-Zone. We've got so much more to come. Just 60 seconds, and we're back with second quarter action. It's 12-6, Leominster on top of Shrewsbury. This is the Game of the Week on the K-Zone. Radio, rejoin us momentarily if you're with us here on RFM. Second quarter action underway at the Fieldhouse. Leominster with the basketball, half court to the right. Down to the left wing, Halstead's jumper rattles out. Dada crashes for the rebound. He got stripped, and Vetakuri with the takeaway. Vetakuri will step on the gas. K-Zone Game of the Week, second quarter action underway. 30 seconds gone by here in quarter 2. Leominster still with a 12-6 lead. Came up dry on their first offensive possession in the second quarter as well. Colonials with the basketball. McNamara snaps a pass looking to the baseline for Rosso. It was deflected. Last touch by a Colonial. It'll be Leominster basketball. 7:20 to play here in quarter 2. 12-6 is Leominster's lead. It was their lead at the end of the first quarter. And Kate, what stands out on the stat sheet?
Hi.
Sorry about that.
I'm not close enough to
That's
unmute.
me. That's me.
That's all right. Right now, only 3 Colonials on the stat sheet. Right now, Halstead for Leominster has a team-high 5 points.
Encarnacion drives the lane, goes to the deck, kicked back for Asias, and then he flopped around like a fish on the deck, out of water. Traveling violation, the call, and the ball will go back to Shrewsbury.
Full court press here. Shrewsbury having trouble with it.
Dada picks the inbound, takes it to the basket, and lays it in and good. We got our first points of the second quarter, 58 seconds into quarter 2. It's 14-6 Leominster's lead.
I like this change up on the inbound. Shrewsbury not really ready for it. Already cost him 1 basket.
Vetakuri on the full court pressure, snapped the inbound. He found Hamadi. Vetakuri gets it right back, and then there is a timeout taken as Coach Adrian Machado is going to save his team 8 seconds into that 10-second backcourt. We can see that on the shot clock. 22 seconds left to shoot. Obviously a 30-second shot clock. You get to the 20-second mark, and something has gone awry. 6:53 to play here in quarter two. It's 14-6. The lead for Leominster, and Coach Machado says, we need to draw something up tonight.
Blue Devils definitely caught him off guard right there with that quick inbounds press. Paid off right away.
Kate's first quarter stats brought to you by Marigal Medical, a physical medicine clinic in Leominster, providing care and treatment to patients of all ages. Online at marigalmedical.com.
Turnovers a little bit high for both teams in the first quarter. Shrewsbury with 8 turnovers to Leominster's 7 right now. Leominster winning on the offensive boards as well. Rebounding action, Leominster with 8 rebounds and Shrewsbury with 5.
And that's the Shrewsbury Pep Band providing the background at the stoppages in play. Kate, I absolutely love it.
This is your kind of atmosphere.
That's the atmosphere that we like. Feels like a big arena atmosphere.
Now you don't have to take me to the Carrier Dome.
No, you're never going to get that lucky. The inbound coming in.
Never going to take that drive.
This is McNamara. Has his pocket picked by Dada as he crossed the timeline. Dada slashes back down floor. Soft hands at the rim, laid in and good. And Leominster has quickly inflated that lead to 16-6.
2 for 2 on the press.
6.5 minutes to play here in quarter number 2, and this is Britcher. And right now it just strikes me, the Colonial offense just seems incredibly off-balanced.
I would agree with that as well.
The Blue Devils have pushed them away from the basket too, and it just makes it incrementally harder.
Last game, Shrewsbury's offense had seemingly kept Leominster kind of on its heels.
Britcher fires up a 3 from the right, and the bank is open, and the 3 will fall. 16-9. 6:05 left here in quarter number 2. Viola with the basketball, half court to the right for Leominster. Encarnacion tries to set up the screen, and he ends up sweeping the leg. It's an offensive foul, and the ball will go back to the Colonials. Shades of Cobra Kai with that leg sweep.
Sweep the leg.
That's right.
Billy, don't encourage him.
Absolutely. Encourage every movie reference we can get in. Float into the front court. Ends up finding it, does Rosso, and he will drop it back to Britcher. Britcher steadies the action. He'll drop it off for Vetticurry. This is a B Vetticurry. Comes back to his left, puts it in the hands of Rosso, and Asias will reach in and body up on Rosso. It's a foul on the floor, just the 3rd charge to Leominster in the half.
That'll be number 4 for Leominster, and that will be Asias' 1st.
Excuse me, read the wrong side of the scoreboard, Kate. See, I should leave these things to you.
That and subtraction, not your strength.
25 to shoot on the possession for the Colonials. This is McNamara.
You've been doing really good with your multiplication, though. Everything times 4. Proud
I'm
of
working
you.
on it, doing the best I can over here.
Proud of you. Subtraction, not so much.
Mathematics tends to be one of those challenges. Rosso drives the lane, blows over Viola. It's an offensive foul. The ball will go back to Leominster.
Nice job holding his ground right there. Kevin doing everything but getting on the scoreboard like he usually does. Waits till the 4th quarter to light it up a little bit.
He
But
likes the
he's
dramatics,
definitely
Bill Thomas.
he's a presence, whether he gets himself on the stat sheet or not.
He's a man who likes the dramatics.
5:18 to play here in the second quarter. You know, you think about obviously the NBA game as well as the college game. They have that restricted area underneath the basket. It's the half arc down below the rim. As this ball gets fed inside for Haas, double clutch goes up, draws the foul from Hamadi, and he's got 2 shots at the line, does Chase Haas. That charge taken on the other end of the floor by Viola. He was deep toward that basket, Bill Thomas. I got to imagine would have been very close if there was a restricted arc underneath there, as to be in an area where he would have drawn an automatic block call as opposed to a charge call.
Exactly right. At some point, they got to draw the line at that level. But here, you know, you hold your ground on the way to the basket, no matter where it is.
Wilt like a flower out of water, and down you go.
You just take it.
With 2 fouls now, Hamadi's going to take a spell for a few minutes for the Colonials. A little bit of confusion with regard to personnel changes with Hamadi coming out.
And it changes the Colonial look on the floor. Now your most physical presence down on the low block is Gabe Cruz, joined on the other side by Rosso, who's probably the biggest player remaining out on the floor. So a little bit of a smaller lineup for Coach Machado, but trying possibly to generate some offense here. 3 minutes into this second quarter, 4:55 and counting. Near side left elbow jumper off the front rim, doesn't go for Cruz, and the rebound down for Dada. Dada will take it in transition, left to right, drop it into the right corner for Halstead. Goes right back to Dada, puts his back to the basket, and then swings the basketball left for Viola. Foul line jumper, rattles around, and down it will fall for Viola.
Kevin must have heard me talking. He decided not to wait till the fourth quarter to get himself some points tonight.
Leominster has doubled up the Colonials once again at 18-9, 4:25 to play here in the second quarter. Rosso drives that right side of the paint, gets tied up with Hawes, and he will go to the line to shoot two.
Fouls starting to pile up now.
Folks are having to take the ball to the basket, and I think for the Colonials, this is the right maneuver here. You know, Coach Machado had said to me prior to the first meeting between these two teams a couple of weeks back that his team is seen as being a three-point presence, a team that likes to launch it from out in the floor from various locations. And you haven't seen but the 1-3 from Britcher tonight, and maybe one other opportunity that got missed, but he had said it to me 2 weeks ago. It seems to continue to be the case. For as much as that may be the scouting report on this Colonial team, it's certainly not working on the scoreboard.
Well, I've seen him tried to work it inside along the low blocks and make that hard pass inside on the baseline a number of times. It's obviously something they've been working on, Todd and Kate.
Just about the halfway mark here of the second quarter. Colonials get themselves within 8, and there's a pocket picked. Down floor, it was Kim, feeds the near side, McNamara, lay-in is good, and it's a 6-point basketball game just like that. 4:04 to play in the second quarter, and it's an 18-12 game in favor of Leominster, and here comes the full court pressure once again. And Kate, of course, a couple of things there. Sustaining pressure has not been something that most teams have tried against Leominster this year.
No, you're absolutely right. Having that game plan to depress the scoring on both ends we've not seen.
Viola slashes to the basket. He missed the initial up fake shot. Goes to the floor, gets back up with it, creates some space. Lay-in is good, and he places the basketball down as Leominster's lead is 8 once again.
He is scrappy.
Indeed he is. Drive to the lane, McNamara got a free pass. Driving the lane on the left side, lay-in good. 6-point game once again, 20-14, Leominster's lead. 3.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter.
McNamara right now with a team-high 6 points for the Colonials.
Between the legs goes Viola, lost the handle, made it to the foul line, tried to drop it for Dada down low. Somehow it found its way there. Dada to McCormick, 3 from the right side, and he buried it.
Got to be 4 or 5 Blue Devils on the scoreboard by now, Kate?
There
On the
are
score
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Spreading it around.
That's the type of Leominster offense that certainly has led to success. As Encarnacion challenges Britcher man-to-man out past the top of the key. Britcher able to swing it, go the right side of the floor. It's Cruz, leave it off for a runner from Kamin. Does not go, short of the basket. And then eventually saved by Dada, and the final seconds. Bill Thomas, you are correct.
They gave
and
it
they're
to him.
going to let that go.
Oh, that was close.
Who had that?
They say it is 2-point basket good for the Colonials. It came from the left
was
side
Oh, I
of
got it
the
right here.
4 maybe?
It was 23.
So give that one to Gabe Cruz, who got it in just in the nick of time. That's at least how it's going to go down in the
It
books.
was either 4 or 23.
So I had the curly hair, but I didn't know which one. One of those two. We'll
One of the two.
give them each a point.
Give him each a point. That's not how this works.
Half a sack for each of them. I like the Bill
half
Thomas
a sack.
approach.
Exactly right. Half credit. You
And a
half
timeout on the floor.
Half credit.
Coach Machado wants to spend the timeout. Referee's going to go over and meet with Coach Kevin Grutchfield on the Leominster bench
For an explanation.
for an explanation there, as it sure looked to me like there was a shot clock violation, but I think what he just indicated, based on what he signaled, he kind of gave this signal like the ball got lost, which at that point would indicate a change of possession. Should have been a fresh shot clock. That's why he allowed the shot to go.
Okay.
At least we have an explanation.
Doesn't mean it's a good one.
I was going to say, but it goes down
At
on the
least
board.
he tried.
2:18
I
to
like
play
the
in the second
confidence.
quarter. 23-16 Leominster's lead, and once again, the soundtrack tonight provided by the Colonial Pep Band.
Can't pass this up, though.
Oh, never miss the opportunity. I love the atmosphere.
Wait for the cheerleaders. All right, let's get a little cheerleaders. The cheerleaders are down this end, too. They're down the other end of the court. Kind of rocking a little bit. We'll get them out of the court before too long, I'm sure. Great sound, though. Just a fantastic atmosphere here tonight. So they have a rich sound, I'll tell you.
Indeed they do. Hey, anytime, I'm telling you, indoor
20
tuba. I mean, that's the to me the big key.
Coming to get his autograph.
Please do. 2:18 to play here in the second quarter. It's 23-16. That's the Leominster lead right now in a great small college atmosphere here inside the Fieldhouse. A real gem here on top of the hill.
Nothing like a
at
good
Shrewsbury High School. I agree.
Like it.
Viola gets the swing from Macias, missed the three, rebound ripped down in the play by Rosso. Curry will bring the ball across half court for the Colonials from right to left. This is Britcher. Britcher goes to the left corner, puts it in the hands of the sophomore Jack Kamin. Swing it back in the opposite direction this time. Now it's Britcher. Back to Curry. Top of the key. 1:45 to play here in the second quarter. 5 to shoot on the shot clock. Kick back Curry. Launches a three. That one catches the side of the rim. It will result in a reset, but Leominster runs down the basketball and Viola with it. 95 seconds before halftime, a 23-16 Leominster lead. Little weave. McCormick sets up Macias' three. That misses everything out of play. And the Colonial student section lets him know that caught nothing but air.
I could do that.
82 seconds before halftime.
Most of the time, I could do that.
B. Curry brings it across the timeline for Britcher. Skids to a stop. 1:12 to play here in the second. Curry. Triple threat position, trying to find a right opportunity. Decides dribbling is the choice. Takes it to the lane, throws up a hook. It won't go. Dot of the rebound. Hits down floor with the baseball pass. Finding Encarnacion, who will lay it in and good as we go under a minute to play before halftime.
Good heads-up release on that shot by Ricky. Beat the defense back.
25-16 Leominster's lead. But a 23-second differential shot clock to game clock. Kamin comes back top of the key for Rosso. Rosso's working on Viola. Swing to Britcher. Open three from the left side. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Shot clock off rest of the way here. 25-19 Leominster's lead. Final 22 seconds and counting left here before halftime. Coming up at the half, K-Zone will step away, will reset. Kate will come back with her first half stats. 15 seconds. Encarnacion fires up a three and banks it off the window and in.
It's a team high 9 points for Encarnacion for the Blue Devils.
Full court pressure for Leominster. Handle lost by Curry. Viola with 1 second left. He didn't get it over the support, and Macias' follow-on shot did not fall as well. Halftime here at the Fieldhouse. A flurry of points as we come to a close in the first half. Leominster with the 28-19 lead through one half of action. Gotta say though, Bill Thomas, through one half here at the Fieldhouse, Leominster's lead has felt dominating. It's been start to finish in the first half, but a couple of baskets, a couple of bad passes, a couple of follow-on point opportunities. Colonials have found themselves right back into the basketball game on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, they found a way to hang around, and Leominster's helping them out there. They missed a number of easy baskets around the rim, and right there is the half closed out. Left 2 points, I think, on the floor, but this is what Shrewsbury wanted, although Leominster's in their average. They're halfway to the mid-50s, and I think Leominster's comfortable with the game they got going on their side so far, but Shrewsbury's got to be happy. Even though they're down 9, just got to step up that defensive end a little bit and find a way to get a couple more of their shots to follow. They're definitely still in this ball game, Todd and Kate.
K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Liberty Supply Inc. Liberty Supply Incorporated. Service the way it used to be. Halftime score inside the Fieldhouse in Shrewsbury tonight. Leominster 28, Shrewsbury 19. A break and we're back with more. We return to Shrewsbury with halftime stats next. You're listening to the Game of the Week here on the K-Zone and RFM. Go 3 minutes, Derek. Back to the Fieldhouse in Shrewsbury tonight, looking high above the town of Shrewsbury here at this beautiful facility. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Halftime score, Leominster and Shrewsbury's boys doing battle. Blue Devils on top of the Colonials by a 28-19 first half score. And what a first half of action we have been treated to thus far. Great to be back here at our courtside broadcast position. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. First half action here from the Fieldhouse, and Leominster certainly has dominated the scoreboard. It is a wire-to-wire lead thus far for Leominster throughout that basketball half. But I got to tell you, it has felt awfully tenuous, Kate, in this first half.
You're certainly right about that. Tenuous would be correct, especially considering the last two times these teams played. Leominster came out really flat in the third quarter. I know I must not be making friends from the basketball parents, but I assure you, the coaching staff and everybody else has been very candid about this.
Yes.
That right now on the scoring end of things, Leominster has not been consistent. Once again, they're depressing the score defensively. They're doing a fabulous job. They are remarkable on defense. They're doing a respectable job on offense, but we know how athletically gifted and talented they are, and so we know what they're capable of on the offensive side of things. Right now, I've been pleased because Leominster's been able to diversify their scoring amongst technically six different Blue Devils, whereas on the other side, Shrewsbury has only been able to distribute it to 5 different players, and the vast majority of their scoring has come from just 3 different Colonials. So very interesting take there, and we'll see what Leominster's got. But they're a defensive team. We know that. That has kind of been the scouting report on them.
Kate's first half stats brought to you by Great Road Farm and Garden. Get your gardening needs met locally at Great Road Farm and Garden on Great Road in Littleton. Kate's game of the week, halftime stats brought to you by Great Road Farm and Garden. Kate,
my game of the week.
Indeed.
That's exciting.
It
Fantastic.
is all yours. First half stats.
All right, let's take a look at team totals first. First from the Shrewsbury Colonial side of the ball. As a team, 7 rebounds, no steals, 11 turnovers. They've shot 3 of 6 as a team from the line. Individual notable statistics, Hamadi with 1 point, Roa Rosa with 4 points, and McNamara with a team-high tie for 6 points, Britcher with 6 points, courtesy of those 2 3-pointers in the second quarter. And we have Cruz with a single bucket as well, but that may have been Rosa. We're not necessarily sure because we were stunned by the fact that it was considered a bucket. On Leominster's side of the ball, team totals first, 11 rebounds, 2 steals, 11 turnovers. They shot 1 of 3 from the line, so that's only 33% from the free throw line. Individual notable statistics for the Blue Devils, Viola with 4 points, Acias with 1, Dada with 6, Halstead with 5, and Carnacion with a team high 9 points, and McCormick with 3 points thus far in the first half. It's been a defensive battle, as we knew it would be, but the lead is tenuous because we know that although scoring is depressed on Shrewsbury's side of the ball, Leominster not scoring enough on offense to make it a slam dunk. And so you're kind of leaving the door open, especially if you come out flat in the third quarter, and that's kind of been the Achilles heel of this Leominster Blue Devils team.
Check the other side of this rivalry. We've got a 28-19 Leominster lead at the half. Let's see how things are going on the other side of things in girls basketball action. The update brought to you by Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. The team at Colonial Hudson is here to make your new or used car purchase or lease stress-free. Online at Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep. Checking the Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram halftime score out at the gym in Leominster tonight. It is a 21-13 Shrewsbury lead at halftime in girls basketball action. So over in Leominster tonight, girls basketball halftime score, 21-13, Shrewsbury on top of Leominster at the half. And once again, Coach Rusty Frederick's team struggling on the offensive end.
Struggling on the offensive end and having given up 21 first half points to Shrewsbury. That certainly says something, but they're not out of this game, that game either. So the score is very similar, just in the reverse on the boys and the girls side of things, both at halftime. which is kind of rare. Normally on the boys' side, we've been a little bit farther behind time-wise. So looks like we're on schedule tonight.
I was going to say, I think everybody on schedule in one way, shape, or form, which we can certainly appreciate that. If you're enjoying this action here on the K-Zone and Rivalry Family Media, you can relive it all on demand. tinyurl.com/media rivalry will take you to youtube.com and the Rivalry Family Media page, or you can just navigate right over to youtube.com, search Rivalry Family Media. Like, follow, and subscribe today. You want schedule updates out on Twitter, at Media Rivalry on Twitter as well. And, of course, you got the live coverage here on AM1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com, and Facebook.com/Media Rivalry. That's all the ways to play as we get set for second half action. Third round of 8 minutes are up on the board. Colonial start with the basketball, and it's a B. Vetakuri who will float it inbounds for Hamadi. Turnaround in the lane is taken away by Carr, but whistled for a foul. 5 seconds into this third quarter, and the Colonials are going to the line to shoot two.
Didn't take long, but Colonials obviously concentrating on working that ball inside. Successful there to get a couple from the line.
And Hamadi's first will fall. 28-20, Leominster's lead is 8 as we start the second half. And Hamadi's second will fall as well. A 6-point basketball game once again.
That was quick. Carr picked up his second, by the way, team first for the Blue Devils.
Dada drives the lane, and he got hung up with McNamara and quickly fouls her at one apiece. And quick whistles here to start the second half of action after the first half seemingly was a let them play half of basketball.
McNamara picks up his third, team first for Shrewsbury.
Carr will inbound half court to the left. Leominster wearing the road royal blue tops, royal blue bottoms, trimmed in white and black. Leominster across the chest as Viola pulls up from the low left block. Shot doesn't go. Chase the rebound. And Cruz tapped the toes right at the corner of the boundary. Out of play. Leominster will keep the basketball and get a fresh 30.
Good hustle right there. I think actually that was off of Blue Devil's foot too. Kind of saved the possession for him.
Here comes the inbound. This is Viola for Dada. 30 seconds gone by here in the third quarter. Dada spin down the lane. He got tied up. They say held ball. Alternate possession will go to Leominster.
Good job right there. I didn't see who it was for the Colonials. Got their hands in on that. Kept them from elevating that shot.
Colonials on the defensive end of things wearing the home white tops, white bottoms, trimmed in Vegas gold and navy blue. Viola takes it back to the top of the key, 15 to shoot. He'll drop it off for Asias. Jump stop on the right block. Kick back for Encarnacion at the foul line. Slide step, handoff, Viola. Fade away at the line, doesn't go. Carr crashes for the rebound. Leominster gets another opportunity on this possession. It's Asias through three Colonials, and he missed the lay-in. And Kate, Leominster continues to be allergic to the bunnies.
I love how you throw that to me so that I get to say it.
Swat down floor. Leominster on the
here's the
defensive
truck.
end. Here's Dada. Dada misses the lay-in. Leominster wants a goaltend, but it's a good rule. The ball never got above the
Agreed.
rim. It's a
Exactly
good
right.
judgment on the official.
Agreed.
Dada got in too deep there.
The ball hit the underside of the rim, never cleared over the top of the rim. Remember, goaltend, ball's got to be in or
In that
above the
cylinder.
cylinder and on its way down in order to get the goaltend call. Looked like a good judgment from our location. Rosso swinging the near side, Britcher, 1 second to shoot, and there's another shot clock violation charged tonight against the Colonials. Kate, I know you don't keep the stat, but you do. You have three.
I
have
just
three.
remember.
I have 3.5.
I've got 3.
I was going to say, I was going to guess closer to 4 or 5.
Well, the 3 that were whistled, the first 2 to start
First
the
2
game.
to start the game. That
Then the-
one.
the
There might have been one
questionable
more.
one.
Yeah, I was going to say 4-5, somewhere in that neighborhood for sure in the first half against the Colonials.
I can guesstimate with the best.
Asias gets a line drive 3 and hits.
They're going to invite him to shoot it. He's going to.
Leominster's lead is 31-21.
Shrewsbury slacking, dropping back at that 3-point line. I think the Blue Devils got to try to open that up.
5:40 to play here in the third quarter. This is Vetakuri. Goes from right to left, got to the left block, tried the lay-in. It was short. Carr got himself the rebound. Up floor, Viola, slip stop into the lane, and the jumper will fall.
Kevin doing a lot more shooting tonight, and I think his shooting confidence is up.
Coach may have given him the green light.
I think he might have. Didn't want him to wait till the fourth quarter to start getting on the score sheet.
FTB, feed the beast, feed that hot hand. That's the way you want to go. 33-21, Leominster's lead. 5 minutes left here in quarter three. Viola says, excuse me, I'll step in and take that. Off the shoulder of Cruz, down the lane, takes the contact from Rosso. Missed the shot from a tough angle, but Viola's got 2 from the line.
Did it all right there, picked the pocket, got himself into the foul line.
That's going to be Roa Rosso's team second of the second half for Shrewsbury. That sends Viola to the line.
Viola's changed the kicks tonight, by the way, going with them patent leather, some kind of artwork on it. But it almost got, Kate, you'll appreciate this, a saddle shoe look through the middle there with some patent leather, and then a high shine, high gloss on the toe and heel with a raised white sole, but I can't see the artwork. They're sharp, whatever they are.
Got some sparkles happening there in the toe and heel.
I still think I like the Spumoni Sherbert look from the last game
Yeah,
myself.
I like the ones he had on the other night for sure. They really stood out.
The two of you.
Hey, shoe game on point in this sport. Through the lane, it's Hamadi. To the floor he goes, and he rolled over with possession. It's a travel, and the ball will go back to Leominster.
And all over that play. Once again, Kevin Viola, quick hands, gets the ball on the floor and gets a travel call out of it for good defensive work.
Bill Thomas, every time Todd finds a pair of shoes that he likes out there, I worry that another pair is going to end up into my closet.
In your closet?
I get worried.
Todd doesn't have his own closet?
We share.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. Walk in, drive through the lane. Viola, takeaway there. Viola follows up, own rebound, gets to the left wing. Jumper won't go either. 4:20 to play in the third. The outlet down floor, the blow by. McNamara let Asias trail by, laid it off the glass and good, and the lead is 10. And then Cruz will reach into the cookie jar and get whistled for the foul on Donna's back pocket.
Trying to play the trailer there and get a steal.
Cruz picks up his first team third of the second half for Shrewsbury.
Carr will handle the inbound for Viola. Half court left for Leominster as they go right to left here in the second half.
Okay, I'm going to put you on the spot in a minute,
boy.
but I'm giving you a heads up. What's Dada got in the game tonight?
Dada has a team, not team high, but 6 points.
Yeah, he's been very quiet.
Viola snaps it from the foul line to the low right block. Asias' shot is well short. McNamara tries to put a stab into it. He's able to corral it. Kick it out for Cruz, get it right back in transition from left to right.
Now, Bill Thomas, although I agree with your point, what I do like is that Leominster not needing to rely on him every single night in and night out.
That one's tapped out of the hands of Cruz by Encarnacion. It's out of bounds. Colonials keep the basketball. Encarnacion has got a Cheshire Cat smile, as I think he knows he got lucky he didn't get whistled for a foul.
A little aggressive
That's what
right
he
there.
looks like.
But, to your point, Kate, I think they'd still like to see him inch up towards double figures here and take somewhat control. Shrewsbury's hanging around here, and the last thing the Blue Devils want is get into a close game in the fourth quarter.
It's amazing with a mask mandate, I can describe a Cheshire Cat smile. I wonder how that's possible. Shot was short of the mark. This one sent back to the top of the key. Britcher, and it is another shot clock violation against the Colonials.
It's got to be 6.
That's Mike Talley,
Todd
I'm
and
not
Kate,
official.
I'm not hearing a countdown over on the bench either to let the players on the floor. They're really getting no help, although having that clock
right
over
in
the
front of
basket should be what all the help they need. But sometimes your teammates got to help out too. That's the
Or
bench
the
is over
cheering
there.
section.
Somebody, right over there. Somebody's got to do a countdown.
An alert cheering section.
And I got to say, Coach Machado is coaching at full
He's
intensity over on the
six man
bench.
on the
There
court.
have been a few times
Absolutely.
I thought somebody was going to pass him the ball.
But the interesting part, his team on the bench not responding tonight. You're not seeing that emotion as Asias slashes through the lane. Shot goes high off glass and will fall. It's 35-23, Leominster's lead, under 3 minutes here in the third. You got to feel a little bit like this Colonial team, maybe a little stunned, for lack of a better description. They just seem flat here in the second half.
Definitely tentative, but they got 4 points so far in this quarter.
They've got 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, that's Leominster. They have 4, yes, Billy
4.
Thomas.
Turnaround doesn't go for Rosso. McNamara the rebound. Swing. Cummins 3. McNamara tried to English it in, and it will not fall. Everybody tried to bring it home. Coach Machado even tried to bring it home. As Halstead picks up the loose ball, dribbles over the timeline, goes to the foul line, pops in another 2, and makes Leominster score a 37-23 lead.
Bill Thomas, Halstead with 7 points on the night for Leominster so
Yeah,
far.
and he started early. He's been quiet the last quarter or so, but definitely finding his way onto the score sheet tonight. Good to see somebody new.
And a B. Vetta Curry brings the ball left to right over the timeline, and Coach Machado says, timeout. 2:14 to play here in the third quarter. 37-23, Leominster on top of Shrewsbury here at the Fieldhouse tonight in Shrewsbury. Next broadcast planned here on RFM, and our next game of the week coverage comes your way a week from this Friday. It's Friday night, February the 11th. It's the renewal of the rivalry. If you were with us last week for our K-Zone game of the week, it was overtime excitement. A 44-41 Leominster win in overtime versus the arch rival Red Raiders. We go to the Doug Crutchfield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg for meeting number 2 here in 2022. Friday, February the 11th, 6:35, our countdown to tip-off right here on the K-Zone. A 7 o'clock tip at the Doug Crutchfield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg. We'll have it for you here on AM1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com, and right here on Facebook.com/Media Rivalry for Leominster and Fitchburg, take 2 in 2022.
Looking forward to that matchup. Saw a great ball game the other night. Expecting much more of the same next time they get together.
We've already reserved our Johnny Most broadcast position high above courtside. Looking forward to that one. Out of the Colonial timeout. 2:14 to play here in the third. A 37-23 Leominster lead. Vetta Curry finds Rosso. Rosso can't finish, wide open on the low block. Leominster in transition once again. The struggle is real if you are wearing navy and Vegas gold. Asias, baseball ladles that one down to the low block. Tries to jump through 2 defenders. Got a cutter in Carr. Hung up on the play, last touched by a Colonial, they say. And it's Leominster basketball. Great job by Vetta Curry to try to buy the call.
Good job by Carr to get his hands out of the way. Like, not me.
It wasn't me.
Everybody trying to sell it.
12 to shoot on the possession for Leominster, half court left. Halstead from Dada, goes right back to Dada as he comes inbounds. Works his way to foul line extended right. Jumper in the mid-range does not go, and the rebound down for Rosso. Up floor, McNamara cues up Vetta Curry. Front rim, side rim, doesn't go. Rebound for Hamadi, back up strong, and Hamadi will be fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Carr picks up his third. It's going to be team second of the second half for the Blue Devils.
Final 92 seconds of the third quarter. Hamadi at the free throw line hits the first.
Hamadi has been phenomenal from the line tonight for Shrewsbury, 4 of 5 thus far.
37-24, Hamadi's second away. Second one goes hard in and out.
Thanks for jinxing him, Kate.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
McNamara picks the pocket of Asias in a one-on-one battle. Then no looks for Hamadi. Goes
go.
reverse lane and it will fall.
We're going to take advantage of that turnover. Quick 3 points for the Colonials.
Final
It's getting
1:15
closer.
of the third. 37-26, Leominster's lead.
Extending that defense now.
Halstead for Carr. Tries to bounce it down low for Dada. Cummins says, thank you very much. And in transition, he brings the ball up floor for the Colonials from left to right. This is Britcher. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. The cutter, it was Hamadi. McNamara hit him with the pass. He bobbled it. Loose ball picked up by Rosso. A whistle. The shot is waved off. The foul will be on the floor. No basket. Colonials keep possession. It's a foul against Leominster.
Leominster's foul will be against Ricky Encarnacion. It'll be his second, team third of the second half.
McNamara will have the inbounds. A straight line stack, a little bit free form. He hit the back of Rosso. Asias will pick up the basketball. Turn it up floor for Dada. Pocket picked by a near Vetta Curry, came over the top. Clean steal. Vetzicurry up floor for Rosso, and Acias takes it right back. 2-on-1 down floor. He headmans it forward, finds Dada. Dada will bank it in and good.
Dada says, not that time.
Dada with 2 points in the third quarter. He has 8 on the night.
2-second differential, shot clock to game clock. 22 seconds to shoot on the possession. It's 39-26, Leominster's lead. Hamadi, jab step, tries to push Halstead back off of him. Now 12 to shoot. Drop it off. This is Rosso. Rosso working on Encarnacion. Got stuck in the air, lost the basketball. Turnover goes back to Leominster. Final seconds of the third quarter come off as Dada fires it at the rim from midcourt. And that is the way the third quarter will end here inside the Fieldhouse in Shrewsbury. Leominster has opened their lead back up a little bit. It's Leominster 39 and Shrewsbury 26 through 3 quarters. Action here on the K-Zone brought to you by Viola's Fitchburg Tire, Harvard Outdoor Power, Jarvis Ford, and Rhino Linings of Leominster. We thank all of you so much for your support of the K-Zone Game of the Week. 3 quarters in the books here from the Fieldhouse in Shrewsbury. It's Leominster 39, Shrewsbury 26. A break and we're back with more. Stay right here with us. This is the Game of the Week on the K-Zone. Yes, sir. For those of you joining us on RFM, a little more Colonial Pep Band. Fourth and final quarter inside the Fieldhouse in Shrewsbury tonight and back here on the K-Zone Game of the Week. 15 seconds gone by. Colonials with the basketball. This is a near Vetzicurry. Sets up a 3 in the left corner and hits a 10-point basketball game. But Leominster responds right back down floor. Encarnacion gets the open lay-in and a great find down floor by Dada.
Talk about running off a made basket. That's classic right there. Perfection.
And the response comes back down floor again, and once again a 10-point basketball game. Ball was tapped away from Viola, out of play. Viola wants a foul call as it goes into the Leominster bench. Not gonna get it, and the ball will go back to the Colonials. 7:09 to play here in the fourth. A 10-point Leominster lead, and right now as we start this fourth and final quarter, a renewed interest wearing the navy and gold. McNamara has the ball stripped out of his hands, out of play. They will keep it underneath their offensive basket. Half court to the right, 7:05 to play here in the fourth. 26 to shoot on the possession. McNamara finds Cruz, flashing, too hard off the glass. Rebound pulled down with possession for Leominster. Under the 7-minute mark here of the fourth quarter. Encarnacion, right on that elbow. Sets up a Viola 3 from straight away. Does not go. McNamara the rebound. Comes up floor. Acias tries to bother him from behind. McNamara takes it all the way to the rim. Not able to finish. Viola the rebound. And Viola snaps it right up floor for Acias. And Coach Kevin Grutchfield would like to talk things over. Timeout taken at the 6:30 mark of the fourth quarter with a 41-31 Leominster lead and 23 to shoot on the possession. Fouls at 3 aside, alternate possession favors Leominster on a tie-up. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Central Communication Systems. The expert at Central Communication Systems are the key provider for thousands of businesses around New England since 1991. Learn more at central-inc.com. Check out the scoreboard around the region. It's brought to you by Builders Surplus, a great selection of first quality building materials at prices you will like, online at builders-surplus.com. You know what you need. Get it at Builders Surplus for less. Kate Robbins, Builders Surplus, brings us that check around the region tonight. Girls basketball action in Leominster. These same two schools, Leominster and Shrewsbury, in Leominster tonight. What do you got for a score?
Right now, Leominster is down by quite a bit. It's 32-19. Leominster just scoring another 2 points. Through that part, they had only scored 4 points in the second half. It's about 7 minutes remaining in the game.
Not a good sign for the blue and white, as Coach Rusty Frederick's team in need of every single win they possibly can in order to hope to qualify for the statewide playoffs. Into the corner, Halstead out of the timeout. 3 from the right side doesn't go. Crashes for his own rebound. Gets the tie-up with Hamadi, and the alternate possession belongs to Leominster.
Good job right there, jumping in, quick hands, gets the ball back.
Great hustle play by Halstead, the ultimate definition of a role player. When he comes in, Bill Thomas, he plays his role and finds a way to make a difference before the ball, is inbound.
That's going to be on Encarnacion. That'll be his third.
And he's called for the discard before the ball was even put back into play. So the turnover and the ball goes back to the Colonials now. 6:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Full court pressure from Leominster. As McNamara flies up floor, stops at the arc. Drops it back for Britcher. 6:10 to play here in the fourth. He hands it off to McNamara. Asias stripped it away, made its way to near Vetakuri. Vetakuri got some room, past Asias, got the front rim, no, but the rebound and the cleanup for Hamadi. He'll lay it in and good.
Nice job on the crossover to get to the rim. Gave himself an opportunity, got second chance put back by a teammate.
7-point game, 41-33. We have been treated to some phenomenal K-Zone games of the week with some amazing finishes. Do the Colonials have the opportunity to make it yet another as Asias finds Encarnacion, who floats for the jumper and gets it to go from the right side.
Nice look right there too, drawing the defense, finds an open Cassione on the right block. Easy 5-footer.
Encarnacion team high 13 for the Blue Devils.
3 launched away, won't go, and Encarnacion got himself another rebound.
Definitely cemented his position to start and lineup, Kate and Todd.
Yeah, no question about it. Brings a renewed physical presence, and he's able to body up against players like Hamadi.
Using that football strength and his height inside.
And his ups.
Absolutely. The float to the foul line, Dada for Viola. Turn around, put it on the board.
Dada finding it just at the right time here.
Dada with 8 points.
A quiet 8 points tonight.
Yeah, but he's spread them out over multiple quarters.
Indeed he has. He just got blindsided into a screen by Hamadi. Lost his floor awareness. Vetakuri's 3 doesn't go. McNamara to chase down the rebound, and he's just across the end line. 4:45 to play here in the fourth quarter. 45-33 is Leominster's lead, and a timeout on the floor taken by Coach Adrian Machado. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Bolton Orchards. Get fresh every day in Bolton at the junctions of Route 110 and 117. Take the short drive today all the way down to Bolton Orchards. Just one timeout remaining for the Colonials for the final 4:45 here of the fourth quarter. Kate, through 3.5 quarters, aside from the Leominster lead, what is the most standout statistic you have in front of you?
Well, I know that Bill Thomas had talked about Dada's production. Right now he has 8 points, but what we are seeing is a number of Blue Devils right now on the precipice of double digits. Encarnacion, like we said, has a team high 13 points right now. Dada inching closer to that double digits with 8. Viola inching closer to double digits with 8 as well. One of the things I don't like, Leominster right now from the free throw line, only 1 of 5 as compared to 6 of 10 on Shrewsbury's side of the ball. So their production from the free throw line, fairly abysmal tonight. They get to the line, they need to be a little bit more productive than that going into the stretch.
Certainly have been lucky here that they've been able to keep the lead on or around, floating around that 10-point mark.
Now they might
It's
not
made
need
all
it,
the difference.
but it's an area.
Well, not only
My
is it
nitpicking.
no, but tonight they may not need it. But your point
And
is
another
well
day they
taken.
might.
I mean, averaging
And all
around
those bunnies, they might need
correct,
them.
averaging around 50 points. At some point, you're going to need that extra injection of offense.
Correct.
In the postseason. Leominster breaks the press. 2-on-1. Viola faked the give to Encarnacion and then missed the lay-in. Another bunny comes down off the board. Down floor, Britcher tried to force a pass. It was picked by Asias. And Asias takes it back over to the timeline forward for Halstead. 4.5 minutes to play in the fourth.
Some errant passes leading their teammates a little bit too far repeatedly.
Unsure, to say the least. Back top of the key, this is Viola. Swings an elbow to create some space. To foul line extended left for Encarnacion. 10 to shoot. Encarnacion tried the crossover, couldn't lose Hamadi. Dropped it off for Dada. Dada step around 3, rattles out. Rebound down for Hamadi.
Right now, Shrewsbury out-rebounding Leominster in the second half, 13-8.
That's a Curry. Gets the basketball from Hamadi. Sends it off for Britcher. Dropped it into the low block. Rosso tried the follow on, it doesn't go. Asias the rebound in between two Colonials.
Slowing things down.
3.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Had it poked away. Slaps right along the timeline. Viola keeps his wits about him. And a foul on the clear out on the floor. 3:26 to play in the fourth quarter and a 45-33 Leominster lead.
Tough Shrewsbury defense right there. Viola lucky not to get his pocket picked. Maintain control at half court.
And we say Happy New Year to those of you celebrating the Lunar New Year today. The year of the Tiger, Kate. Our head custodian in Watertown today, by the way, had the best double tiger sweater on to celebrate the year of the Tiger and the Lunar New Year.
That's exciting.
As we start February.
February is a busy month for you and I.
Indeed it is.
My word.
3:10 to play
defense.
here in the fourth quarter. Yes, indeed, and it led to a walk. Asias spins the pivot foot, ball back to the Colonials.
Stifling defense, essentially spearheaded by Veta Curry out there. The proximity with which he is able to basically get up on the person who he's defending against. It's as if you could barely put a piece of paper.
That's a Curry, lost possession. He never made it across the timeline. Viola challenges, tapped out of play, off of Viola. Leominster will give that basketball back to the Colonials right along the timeline. 18 to shoot, 2:57 to play here in the fourth. And things, frankly, for the Colonials just taking far too much time.
I didn't think they worked that over the timeline in 10 seconds, Todd.
I don't think so, but
18
I think
seconds, they never had possession over the timeline.
they may have given him the benefit of the back tap and said that they could go back to get it. That's about the only ruling I could see.
Here's a problem. Ricky Encarnacion for Leominster just picked up his fourth foul, team fifth of the second half. This is going to send Roa Rosa to the line. He's 2 of 4 on the night, make it 3 of 5.
Down it goes.
I think we saw Ricky playing with 4 fouls down the stretch the other night too, so he knows how to be careful when he's out there. I don't think they can afford to take him off the court though.
And the lead is 10 once again, 45-35, 2:51 to play here in the fourth. Leominster's advantage. Viola, 3-on-1 if he hurries. Ends up losing the handle, but saved it to keep the ball in play. Keeps the clock running. McNamara finds some room all the way to the tin, not able to finish, and then a foul on the rebounding action will be booked against Hamadi.
That was a car crash.
Indeed it was.
2 Colonials in there fouled each other along with one of the Blue Devils.
When you can hear the skin
Yeah,
clap.
just absolutely clap as they bodies smash up against one another.
Thank you.
2.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter, 45-35. Leominster's advantage.
Start thinking about clock here. Can't be in too much of a hurry.
Coming up post-game, Kate will have her full stat recap here on RFM and on the K-Zone. And then we'll send you off into that good night as a jumper into the left wing will go down, and Viola acknowledges the small but mighty student section from Leominster that has found its way on the road into the Fieldhouse tonight.
He's got double digits on the score sheet now.
Important 3-pointer right there to help stem the tide too. Oh, tricky pass.
That's a Curry's 3. Front rim, no. Rebound comes long for Halstead. And Halstead over the timeline. Comes to Asias with plenty of room. 1:45 to play here in the fourth, a 47-35 Leominster lead. Asias was bothered on the shot.
Advised.
No whistle, but it keeps the clock running here. Down to the final 95 seconds in this regulation period. McNamara, spin across the foul line, take it to the rim, got the underside. Hamadi gathers the rebound and finishes at the rim. 1:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. 10-point game once again at 47-37, Leominster's lead. And this is the final timeout available to the Colonials. They have no timeouts remaining for the final 1:25. Let's check in on the action on the other side of the county. Leominster and Shrewsbury girls basketball. This check brought to you by Woodcomb Insurance. Woodcomb has the right coverage at the right price with a local team of insurance pros ready to help. Online at woodcomb.com. The Colonial Pep Band plays the Cupid Shuffle there, Kate, and you get to shuffle your way over to Leominster. Tell us what's the score between Leominster and Shrewsbury. It's brought to you by Woodcomb Insurance.
Right now we have a 15-point game over from the Wooden Gym in Leominster High School. 2:48 remaining in the game. 39-24 right now, advantage Shrewsbury. Fouls for your Lady Blue Devils starting to add up right now. Shrewsbury Colonials in the bonus as Leominster has 7 fouls. And Todd, I saw you dancing. Please stop.
I was trying to follow the instructions. I always start. Billy got me started, you know.
Dancing.
No, Todd was doing the Cupid Shuffle.
Doing what I could to follow instructions. It's one of those dances you got to be able to follow instructions.
To the left,
and to the
then
right,
he tripped
to the
over
right.
himself, but he was sitting.
I was sitting.
Yeah.
I managed to maintain. I haven't lost my pillow yet.
Let's just stop.
Out of the timeout here. Colonials with the full court pressure. Asias caught in a trap, slings it back, and Coach Crutchfield will spend the timeout. 26 seconds on the shot clock.
More dancing for Todd.
I was going to say. 1:20 to
It's
play
as if
here
they
in the
knew.
fourth quarter. Do they take requests over there at the Pep Band?
I hope not.
I was going to say.
Not from you.
I mean, they've hit on all of those key Pep Band tunes, which I enjoy.
They have hit on all of the fantastic Pep Band songs. You are in your glory.
Oh, I enjoy. Like I said, there is nothing better than the atmosphere, and to me, that's the thing. I mean, hey, we'll put the challenge out there. There's plenty of room inside the gym at Leominster High School for a Pep Band to come on down and be a part of it.
You see this face?
It's not like Keith are going to be sitting
Do you
right
see
next
this?
to you.
Where else are they going to sit? Everybody sits right next to me.
I was going to say, inside the
I
gym there,
find
everybody's sitting next to each other.
It's hard to get
You
away
see
from the
this
people there.
face?
Game of the week here on the K-Zone brought to you by Manny's Appliances. Manny's features a complete lineup of major brand name appliances with exclusive rebates the big box stores do not have. Buy the best from Manny's, 120 Hamilton Street in Leominster.
Billy, people wonder why I'm not approachable. I'm about as prickly as a porcupine.
I'm surprised you don't have rolled up Constantine wire around you.
I might as well. I'm a little bit prickly. I'm a porcupine.
Our very own Miss Pricklepants
That's
here
me.
on the broadcast.
I am Mrs.
tonight.
Pricklepants. Give me my lederhosen and I'm ready to go.
Oh,
I am
my.
Mrs. Pricklepants. I'm an actor.
That's correct. Classically trained. As the ball gets inbound for Encarnacion, they immediately give the foul to the Colonials.
Billy, you missed a Disney movie
I
reference.
say that was Toy Story.
Come on now,
Toy
William.
Story.
Yep.
I was concentrating on my job.
Somebody has to. Final 80 seconds here of regulation.
I think it's going to be a foul contest here. They got a foul to try to regain.
And somehow Viola gets that one taken away from him, and McNamara will lay it in. And immediately, Coach Machado says full court pressure. Leominster is able to blitz by it. They immediately have to give the foul as Vetakuri scrambles back into play and pushes Asias for the 7th foul billed against the Colonials. Will send Leominster to the line to shoot 1-1 with 1:08 to play here in the fourth quarter and a 47-39 Leominster lead.
You know, Kate, you touched on it. Foul shots, we didn't think they'd be important, but they could come into play tonight. Blue
What do you
Devils, I
know?
believe, are 1 for whatever.
1 for 5.
And they're
1 for
still
6.
1 for. Yeah, 1 for 6 now. Not a good percentage.
Colonials got to be quick here, though. They need 3 or 4 possessions.
Final minute here of the fourth quarter. The drive, Hamadi, step around, lost possession, into the hands of Viola.
Now slow it down.
And now Leominster caught in the backcourt. That's 5 seconds into the 10-second count, and McNamara will give the
I
foul.
thought you just said 10 seconds into the 5-second count. I was like, well, Todd.
No, I had that in the right order.
No, I knew you would. I thought you were making a commentary about something.
No.
Right now, McNamara now playing with 4 fouls. That's team 8th, sending Viola to the line. He's 0 of 2 on the evening thus far.
Well, Leominster looked like they were trapped in a sense that they didn't have the lane to be able to bring it over the timeline.
Absolutely.
Viola hits the first. The problem is that because every second matters right now on the Colonial side of things, that you couldn't play defense
Right.
and wait for the final 5 seconds to come off. You had to give the foul.
Certainly.
Good point.
He makes them occasionally, Bill Thomas.
I've been known to do it. Viola's second will roll home as well. 10-point lead once again for Leominster, and seemingly this is the way things have gone. About a 10-point advantage for Leominster since the jump tonight. About a 20-second differential, shot clock to game clock here, 23 to shoot. The jumper from Rosso does not go. Acias the rebound. Viola steps on the gas, finds Encarnacion standing next to the basket. He lays in a bunny and put that one down on the board. Leominster makes the easy lay-in. And the small but mighty student section from Leominster letting the Colonials know.
Another rebound for Encarnacion and another easy
down four
basket.
for Donna, lay-in and good. And Leominster to the 53-39 lead.
God, I was
Taking
at
off.
double digits now, Billy Thomas.
Yeah, took him a while. I knew he'd get there.
Cummins gets the pass, three-pointer away, and buries it. A flurry of offense for both sides in the waning seconds. The inbound for Halstead, and that's the way things will finish. Final score from the Fieldhouse in Shrewsbury tonight, Leominster 53 and Shrewsbury 42. Another night where Leominster manages to survive Bill Thomas on limited offense, but it's a wire-to-wire victory. First basket to last, 53-42. Leominster wins this one.
You know, we touched on it pregame, Todd and Kate. Leominster needs to get above or in their average in the 50s or above, and to hold Shrewsbury, you know, into their average, which has been in the 40s. When they get above 50, they're usually in the game. Leominster did exactly what they needed to do tonight to win this game, just enough to win, but it goes up on the win side nonetheless.
That's the key point, just enough to win. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Dorico's Market, a full-service meat market in deli, Worcester's go-to old-fashioned butcher shop and specialty market since 1947. Now at 1123 Central Street in Leominster. Try the Delmonico. You will not be disappointed in the Delmonico steak in the Dorico's case in Leominster. 53-42, Leominster a win on the road tonight, increases their streak to 7 in a row. And Leominster improves their record to 8-1 overall. The Colonials will fall to 4-7. We're going to step aside here on the K-Zone. We'll reset. Kate's got your final stats as we continue. Post-game next. It's the K-Zone Game of the Week right here on WPKZ. 3 minutes. Back to our courtside broadcast position and ready for the post-game on the K-Zone Game of the Weekend here on RFM. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Great to have you along with us here. Leominster, a winner tonight by a 53-42 score, improving their overall record to 8-1 in this season. Winners of 7 in a row, dating back to December 2021. Colonials fall to 4-7 on the season through 11 games. Post-game brought to you by Bank Hometown. Bank Hometown's free checking account works for you. Visit bankhometown.com or stop in to their convenient Leominster branch on Sac Boulevard. Bank Hometown, member FDIC. It's the Bank Hometown post-game show here on the K-Zone Game of the Week. And again, a 53-42 win tonight for Leominster on the road in impressive wire-to-wire fashion. Thank the great hosts here at Shrewsbury tonight. Absolutely phenomenal hosting us here. Great broadcast position, great support by everybody. I want to thank the ADJ Costa and the rest of the great folks here for their support tonight of the K-Zone Game of the Week and here on RFM as well. Kate's post-game stats are brought to you by Acme Carpet One. There's lots of pros and cons in the flooring business, and these are the pros. Online at acmecarpet1.com. Kate Robbins, you get Acme Carpet One for your post-game stats.
All right, let's take a look at Shrewsbury's side of the ball. Team totals, as always. First, 21 rebounds, 2 steals, 22 turnovers as a team. They shot 8 of 12 from the line. 42 points is the number that Shrewsbury gets. Individual notable statistics. We've got the Veta Curry brothers with 3 points and with 3 points on the evening. Hamadi ends his night with 10. He was 4 of 6 from the line. Rosa ends his night with 6 points. He was 4 of 6 as well. McNamara ends his night with a team tying 10 points. Bircher ends his night with 6, Cruz with 4, and Kameen with 3 points on the evening. Now, if we turn our attention to Leominster's side of the ball, 23 rebounds, 5 steals, 20 turnovers. As a team, they shot 3 of 8 from the line. That's 38% tonight. Individual statistics. Kevin Viola ends his night with a quiet but very productive 12 points. He was 2 of 4 from the line. Asias ends his night with 6. Dada ends his night with 10. Halstead ends his night with 7. Encarnacion ends his night with a team-high 15 points. Thank you for doing that. I've been waiting for that to come back. McCormick ends his night with 3 points. And that is the scoring contributions by the Blue Devils. Bill Thomas, just in case you were wondering, 3 separate Blue Devils in double digits tonight on the offensive scoring stat sheet.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and predict this might have been Ricky Encarnacion's season high, not only team high tonight, but since he's broken into the starting lineup, he's really showed his proudness, controlling the boards offensively and defensively. But he decided to add a little extra element to his game. Double figures tonight, team high, and like I said, I'm going to go out on a limb. I can go back and look at it, but it could be a season high.
Season high for any of the games that we've done, that's for sure.
Yeah, certainly has been indeed for Ricky Encarnacion. A 53-42 Leominster win in boys basketball tonight. Once again, Leominster now 8-1, Shrewsbury 4-7. Had an opportunity to check in, get the final scoreboard look. It's brought to you by Woodcomb Insurance. Woodcomb has the right coverage at the right price with a local team of insurance pros ready to help online at woodcomb.com. Final score from Leominster tonight, the girls basketball matchup between these two schools. It went quite the other way as the scoreboard shows. Shrewsbury, a 43-28 win over Leominster in girls basketball tonight. So it's a basketball split between Leominster and Shrewsbury. Boys get the win here in Shrewsbury tonight. Shrewsbury girls get the win in Leominster tonight as well. The girls will match back up coming up at the end of the week right here in the Fieldhouse in Shrewsbury. That's coming up on their calendar as well. And certainly got to imagine, at least from the girls' perspective, that makes things awfully difficult with another loss for Coach Rusty Frederick's team to qualify for the Central Mass Athletic Directors Tournament, and certainly makes qualifications as it relates to the postseason nary impossible.
Infinitely more difficult, yes.
Indeed it does. But Leominster on the boys' side of things, a winner tonight by a 53-42 score. Bill Thomas, final word here from Shrewsbury tonight?
Well, we wondered how the scoreboard was going to work out tonight, and, as far as the scoring prowess of each team. And they both basically played up to their capabilities from what we've seen, throughout the season. Shrewsbury struggled to hit 50. They low 40s tonight, kind of where they've been hovering in most of their losses. they find a way to get over 50. They find a way to stay in the game and have pulled out a couple wins. But Leominster's defense cracked down on him tonight, didn't let him get anywhere near that 40-point mark until late in the fourth quarter, and did just enough on offense to get their 50-plus, and it added up to a win.
K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Bolton Orchards, Manny's Appliance, Dorico's Market, Bank Hometown, and Acme Carpet One. We thank all of you so very much for your never-ending support of the more live and local games right here on the K-Zone, your home for live and local fun since 1941 here on AM 1280 and 105.3 FM. Great to have you with us tonight. Next time we get together for our K-Zone Game of the Week and with our partners on RFM as well, 1 week from this Friday. That's Friday night, February the 11th. A renewal of the rivalry once again. Second meeting of the 2022 calendar year for Leominster and Shrewsbury. The game went to overtime, decided by a three-pointer. That was the difference between Leominster and Fitchburg last week. What will be in store a week from now on the road at the Doug Grudgefield Fieldhouse? You're going to have to tune in to find out. Game of the week here on the K-Zone begins at 6:35, leading you up to tip-off at 7 o'clock in the Doug Grudgefield Fieldhouse in Fitchburg for Leominster and Fitchburg. Take two. We'll have it for you here on RFM with a pregame that begins around 6:45, and then with you at tip-off at 7 o'clock, all right here on your home for the most live games, the K-Zone and RFM. You want to relive the action from tonight or any of the great action brought to you by RFM over the years? Of course, you get your live coverage right here, facebook.com/Media Rivalry. Game will be available on demand right here on Facebook soon as the game concludes. You want our on-demand archive? Get a look at all of the games going back years upon years. It's on demand. tinyurl.com/Media Rivalry, or you go to youtube.com directly and you search Rivalry Family Media for that action. Schedule updates and news around the region. Try to collect all the best headlines and stories from around the region. Follow @Media Rivalry on Twitter, along with scheduling updates for our broadcasts. As we say, like, follow, and subscribe today. And as the kids say, smash that like button. That's the way to be a part of the content here on RFM and right here on the K-Zone as well. We want to thank DJ Derek Drown back at Master Control, pushing the buttons and making the magic happen on another great game of the week. Kate, turn around and wave as you work your way through the shot as well. Leominster a winner tonight. Once again, the final score, Leominster 53 and Shrewsbury 42 here on our game of the week for this February 1st. Happy Groundhog Day, everyone. No time like the present to cue up that cinema classic. Leominster improves the record to 8-1. The Colonials fall to 4-7 here inside the Fieldhouse tonight. For Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and DJ Derek Drown back at Master Control, I am Todd Robbins, saying thank you so very much for joining us for another great K-Zone Game of the Week and RFM live stream. Until next Friday night for Leominster and Fitchburg 2 in 2022, we say so long. Go figure. Hey, take care. We'll talk to you. See you later. Bye. What's that?